What's cracking, DripFeed fam? Get ready for a rapid-fire dose of DC Universe updates that will blow your minds. We're kicking things off with a bombshell revelation from James Gunn himself about the casting of Peacemaker. Did you know John Cena wasn't the first choice for the helmeted antihero? We've got the scoop on who almost donned the silver suit. Next up, we're heading to the box office to see how David Corenswet's Superman is stacking up against Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. The numbers are in, and the fight for global dominance is intense. Is Gunn's reboot pulling ahead, or is the original still reigning supreme? And the post-credit scenes. Oh, the post-credit scenes. James Gunn has been dropping them left and right, from Creature Commandos to Peacemaker Season 2. We're breaking down every single stinger, including some hilarious jabs and surprising character moments you might have missed. Finally, we're uncovering a quirky, personal obsession that James Gunn himself has baked into one of the Peacemaker characters. You'll never guess who's a massive Crow enthusiast. All this and more, right here on DripFeed. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a drop. Peacemaker's silver helmet almost had a different face. James Gunn's vision for the DC universe is taking shape, but behind the scenes, choices were almost made that could have drastically altered characters we've come to love. We're talking about the iconic Peacemaker, the antihero who exploded onto screens and into our hearts. It turns out, the role that John Cena now embodies so perfectly was initially offered to another powerhouse, Dave Bautista. When developing the Suicide Squad, director James Gunn had Dave Bautista in mind for the role of Peacemaker. However, Bautista's career trajectory and a desire to explore more dramatic roles led him to pass on the opportunity. He was focused on projects that allowed for deeper character exploration, such as Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. This decision, while understandable for Bautista's artistic growth, opened the door for John Cena to step in and redefine the character. Cena's unique blend of physicality, comedic timing, and surprising emotional depth proved to be the perfect fit, launching a successful solo series and cementing his place in the DCU. The ripple effect of this casting decision is undeniable. John Cena's Peacemaker became a breakout hit, leading to a second season on HBO Max and integrating the character more deeply into the evolving DC universe under James Gunn and Peter Safran. Meanwhile, Dave Bautista has continued to thrive, taking on diverse roles that showcase his acting range. This divergence highlights how pivotal casting choices can be, shaping not only individual characters, but the broader narrative landscape of a shared universe. Fans are buzzing about how Cena's Peacemaker will continue to weave into future DC projects, while Bautista carves his own path in Hollywood. Don't go anywhere, because the box office numbers for Superman are coming in hot. Next, we're diving into the epic showdown between David Corenswet's Superman and Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. Superman's box office race, falling short of Man of Steel's global glory. David Corenswet's highly anticipated Superman is making waves, but it's facing a tough challenge at the worldwide box office, falling significantly behind the global performance of Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. While the film has secured its future and is a top performer this year, it won't be dethroning its predecessor on the international stage. Superman has achieved a solid domestic gross of $353.6 million and added another $261.04 million internationally, bringing its worldwide total to an impressive $614.7 million. Domestically, it has surpassed Man of Steel's $291.04 million, making it the highest-grossing solo Superman movie in North America. However, the global picture tells a different story. Man of Steel, which marked Henry Cavill's debut as the iconic hero, earned a staggering $670.14 million worldwide. James Gunn's reboot is currently around $55.4 million shy of that mark, and with new releases entering the market, it's highly unlikely to close that gap, tracking to finish its run below the $650 million threshold. Despite not reaching Man of Steel's global heights, Superman's performance is still considered a success, significantly exceeding its break-even target and solidifying the franchise's future. Fans are debating whether domestic success should be the primary metric, or if global reach still holds the ultimate power in Hollywood. The conversation continues about how these box office figures will shape future DCU decisions. But wait, there's more DCU news. Get ready for a deep dive into every single post-credit scene James Gunn has unleashed. Prepare yourself for a breakdown of stingers, from Creature Commandos to Peacemaker. James Gunn's DCU unleashes a stinger frenzy. 7 post-credit scenes revealed. James Gunn is turning up the heat on the DC universe, and he's not just delivering blockbuster movies and hit series. He's also showering fans with post-credit scenes. From the animated debut of Creature Commandos to the gritty action of Peacemaker, Gunn has strategically placed stingers that offer glimpses into the future, hilarious jokes, and unexpected character moments. We're breaking down all 7 post-credit scenes released so far. The journey began with Creature Commandos, which dropped a unique post-credit scene featuring Eric Frankenstein sharing a rather unusual bowl of soup. Then came Superman, offering not one, but 2 memorable stingers, one showing Superman and Krypto sharing a tender moment on the moon, and another featuring Superman and Mr. Terrific dealing with the aftermath of Metropolis's chaotic split. The real post-credits party, however, is happening with Peacemaker Season 2. Each episode has delivered a distinct stinger, from a jab at Jared Leto's Joker by John Cena's character, to a hilarious argument about Pokémon pronunciation, a surprisingly tender moment between John Economos and Vigilante, and a bizarre food review from Eagly's Droppings by Red Scent Wild. These post-credit scenes are generating massive buzz online, with fans dissecting every detail and speculating about future connections. While Gunn has stated the DCU's stinger strategy will differ from Marvel's, the sheer volume and creativity have fans hooked. The humor, character interactions, and subtle world-building are proving to be a hit, keeping audiences engaged long after the credits roll. The question on everyone's mind is, what surprises await in the next DCU release? And speaking of Peacemaker, did you know a character's quirky obsession comes directly from James Gunn himself? Get ready to uncover a surprisingly personal detail about the DCU mastermind. James Gunn's crow obsession takes flight in Peacemaker. It's a well-known fact in Hollywood that creators often infuse their work with personal passions, and James Gunn is no exception. On the official Peacemaker podcast, Gunn revealed a delightful quirk. The fascination Vigilante, Freddie Stroma, has with crows is actually his own deep-seated obsession, and he might just be more enthusiastic about these intelligent birds than his on-screen counterpart. During a discussion about the Peacemaker Season 2 episode, Another Rick Up My Sleeve, Vigilante's offer to share crow facts with the 11th Street kids was met with less than stellar enthusiasm. However, this ignited Gunn's own passion, leading him to enthusiastically share his extensive knowledge of crows, much to the amusement of his wife Jennifer Holland and friend Steve Agee. This revelation sheds light on Gunn's profound affection for corvids, even admitting he likes them even more than Vigilante does. He highlighted their remarkable abilities, such as facial recognition, tool-making, and complex logical thinking, showcasing why these birds captivate his interest. Gunn's own rescue dog, Azu, even made an appearance as Krypto in Superman, demonstrating his love for animals extends to canine companions as well. This personal touch has resonated with fans, who are fascinated by the connection between Gunn and Vigilante. Freddie Stroma's portrayal of the character, balancing his violent tendencies with this innocent, almost childlike fascination, adds another layer of depth. The shared love for crows, a detail born from Gunn's own enthusiasm, has become a memorable aspect of the series, highlighting the personal and passionate approach Gunn brings to his DCU projects. Fans are now wondering if this avian fascination might lead to more crow-centric storylines in the future. That's all the DCU news for today, but we'll be right back with a lightning round recap. Don't go anywhere, you won't want to miss the quick hits and our full call to action. All right, DripFeed fam, let's do a quick recap of today's massive DC Universe updates. James Gunn revealed Dave Bautista was considered for Peacemaker before John Cena took the role. Superman's box office is soaring, but it won't beat Man of Steel's global haul. We've broken down every single one of James Gunn's 7 post-credit scenes across the DCU. And we learned that Vigilante's crow obsession actually comes from James Gunn himself. Wasn't that a wild ride? If you loved this deep dive into the DCU, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to DripFeed for all your entertainment news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Follow us on all our social platforms for even more exclusive content. Let us know in the comments which news item blew your mind the most. We'll catch you in the next one.